Hello, one and all. I'm so excited to have you guys here with us. You're like family to us. So come on in and enjoy your Sunday with us. Today, we are going to learn from JoAnne Lussier. Lussier. I knew I would do that.
That's okay. You got the French pronunciation.
Both
Okay.
pronunciations are fine.
I wrote it down, but I looked at it over here. Okay, so we have an amazing guest today. I'm so excited about JoAnne Lussier. And the funniest thing is, I'm pretty sure I met JoAnne at the gym. Isn't that the neatest? And so at the Breakthrough Show Network, we have a virtual gym open 24 hours a day, and you can go and that's where I remember getting to know her the most. And then there's other events, I don't know if you did Pomodoro or not, but mostly I remember seeing you in the gym because that's always so much fun. But I wanted you guys to look at the beautiful array of light with me today as our co-host, because I have Rhonda Elliott from Cerulean Reiki Forest, and I have the amazing self-love coach, Ansel Monday Johannesson from the Faroe Islands. And we're all excited about that. And I'm just Teresa Warren, and I read the Akashic Records and stuff. So today...
Just that.
No, you're not just that. No.
I just think all that cosmic stuff is too much fun. But okay, when I was meeting JoAnne, and what do you do? Hey, get excited. I know you do energy work. What do you do? And when she was telling me about this black pearl technique, it's like, ooh, I've got to learn about it. And so that's why we brought her here today. But I want to remind you all to stay to the end, and there will be a card for the week. Rhonda, right? Rhonda? Okay, Rhonda Elliott will be doing the card of the week. And please share this out, subscribe and like, and be a part of the family and continue with us. But JoAnne, tell us a little bit more about yourself. I know you've got a beautiful presentation ready for us, and I've actually got my notepad here, and I'm going to be taking notes.
Oh, well, yeah. That's special.
So take it away and tell us about this exciting stuff that you do, man. Woo-hoo.
Woo. Well, thank you so much for having me on your show. This is quite the honor. My name is JoAnne Lussier. I'm the founder and creator of the Willow Connection. I was telling Rhonda earlier a little bit backstory about how I created my name for the business. As a child, I always loved willow trees, and my brother and I used to break off branches from the trees and plant them along our brook. And many years later, when I became an adult, I adopted a cat and named her Willow. Oh. And unfortunately, she died unexpectedly. She had an undiagnosed heart condition. Oh. And she was my soul, my world, and I was devastated when she passed away. But a couple of days after she passed, I opened the local newspaper, and there was an ad to take a Reiki class, which I had wanted to take for years and years, but I could never find a teacher that I could afford. The timing was always wrong, and the instructor was an animal lover, and I knew it was a sign from Willow that I needed to take this class. And fast forward, I became a Reiki Master Teacher, and I just keep doing deep dives into different forms of energy healing and herbs and essential oils and anything I can get my hands on for holistic health.
You know what? I just realized, you guys, this is so sad. Behind you, those are willow branches.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love them. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And recently I was talking to a friend that I met. She's from Canada, and she talked about a session called the Ancient Black Pearl, because we had talked a lot about Reiki and the different things that I do. And she said, "You're definitely going to be interested in this." And I said, "Tell me more about it." So she told me what it was, and that her session was amazing, that she had, in person. And I said, I have to find out more about the Ancient Black Pearl technique, because it sounds like it would definitely be a wonderful addition to my healing practice. And there was not a lot of information on that. And I had to really do a deep dive to even find an instructor to teach, which I did. I took my course online, but there is very limited information on this technique. And I was telling Rhonda earlier when we were speaking before the show that I always like to do deep dives and do a lot of research on everything that I'm learning. And so it was a little frustrating to try and learn more about the history about the ancient black pearl because there's not a lot out there. So I'm kind of in a position where I find myself doing my own research and my own deep dive and looking into different type of modalities that are similar to this, that work with the amygdala and helping people with PTSD and our fight, flight, freeze responses, and putting all of that together so that I can develop my own version of this. And so this is going to be a work in progress as I kind of adopt this as something of my own.
That's cool. Yeah. And I mean, what did we both had this catchphrase? You guys will be laughing. What did we say that Reiki is the gateway to?
Basically, the gateway drug to healing and spirituality.
Yeah, that's what Rhonda always says. I love that.
I said that. She's like, that's exactly what I say. But, you know, I do think that has a lot of merit to it. You know, years ago, like Rhonda was saying, it wasn't heard of that much, Reiki, but now it seems like everyone who's interested in holistic health, healing, spirituality, Reiki seems to be, you know, that first initial experience that you have, and it just stays with you forever, and people expand on it one way or another. Some people might go into reflexology or herbs or card readings, but it just seems to be that's the hub where many of us who are in, you know, this line of work, this is where we start.
Yeah, I blame it on Star Wars too.
Oh.
Well, because it's the Force, Luke.
Oh, let the Force.
Yeah,
true.
That's
a good way of putting it.
It's the Force. It explains it all. And I go, hey, Dave says, hey, he's doing Reiki on somebody. That's my husband.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that. So you found this, and you said it's this. You were drawn to the black pearl technique. So
yeah, it's a pretty amazing. When you start looking at all the things that are included, it's very much like Reiki, but it's a much deeper penetration of energy. Reiki is definitely healing. We all know that. But it seems that the black pearl technique actually goes deeper into your energetic field and helps kind of rewire your brain so that you are not responding to that fight, flight, or freeze response. Whereas Reiki is just kind of softens it a little bit. Wow. And the ancient black pearl actually helps to, from what I can gather in the experiences I have, you know, giving it to clients, is it helps to rewire all of those responses that we don't even realize we're having in the moment.
Wow.
And it gives you your body the ability to regain its natural balance, so that when you are faced with a situation where maybe it was PTSD, maybe it's something new, and your initial reaction is to either fight back or freeze, this helps you to not have that initial knee-jerk reaction. And then one of my online clients, we were working with that, and she was telling me, we actually kept a journal together. She journaled her experience, and then I journaled my experience, you know, giving her this session. And
that's great.
It was absolutely amazing, the things that we were both feeling at the same time. I mean, here she was in Canada, and here I am in the United States. And some of the things during the session, it was like, oh, I got this vision, or I had this feeling, or my body did this. And she's like, oh my gosh, so did I. Wow. And, you know, later on, because this technique actually continues to work for about 2 weeks after the session, as it basically reprograms your body and your brain. And she was telling me how, some of her typical, responses and reactions to things were not as intense anymore. So it really helped with, her reactions to all of the things that were triggers for her. And she's like, you know what? I didn't get upset. I didn't react. I just went through and I did it and I didn't think about it. And things were running, smoother for her as was, experiencing difficult moments in her life.
I love that.
So when you had did you have a black, you got a treatment? But
I have a virtual, yes. Mm-hmm.
And where did you find your practitioners? They were
the person that I received my virtual one was from the instructor online. She actually gave one. It was part of the class where she actually goes through the entire session virtually, and it's pre-recorded. But I did sit through it myself as well. Mm-hmm.
Cool. And people talk about that and they say, well, it's not as good as being hands-on, but you and I are sitting here talking to someone in Tennessee, someone in the Faroe Islands, and someone in Connecticut, and I'm from Ontario. So we're all across the planet right now, and we're being beamed to everyone else across the planet through energy.
Yes.
So that's just Reiki, and the black pearl is just another form of energy, and it can go as we know that it travels. And I guess it's intention and maybe a little bit of acceptance on the other person's, like on the other person's side as well.
I think so. I mean, we know, everything is energy anyway. We know that it knows no bounds. So for, someone to say, oh, well, that's not going to work. I think we know collectively that that's not the case. I am a huge advocate of human touch. So if anybody can get a hands-on treatment of any kind of energy healing, I would definitely encourage that.
I think our meat suit really likes that part.
Yeah. So, but I have seen with Reiki and the ancient black pearl technique that the results are real. So the energy that we give each other, no matter how far apart we are, it's real and it works.
For
I
sure.
feel that if people are skeptical, they have a block, so they won't receive it as much as a person that is totally open.
Right.
That is my experience.
I agree.
You have to believe. There has to be a level of faith and believe. Like if you're blocked off to that, like you said, you're still going to get some benefits, but you're not going to get as much as you would if you just accept that invisible. We don't understand it. We don't know really what it is, but we know it works and it's there and we welcome it. If you welcome it, wonderful things will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the placebo effect, right? As well, right? It's the same with the placebo effect.
Yes.
And the human mind accepts this as medicine and you're cured. But as at the same time, the energy, when you're open,
it amplifies everything when you're open to it. It's kind of the same thought, positive thought. If you keep your thoughts positive and you try to maintain a higher frequency all the time, better things happen to you. But if you want to be negative and in that lower frequency, then I think you're going to keep encountering, negative experiences because you've put yourself at that energetic level. So it's hard. Life gets in the way. We all have our days. It's important to feel your feelings, but if we can be optimistic and we can be positive and welcome positive energy into our life, I think we're all better off for it. If, the whole world, thought about this and focus their energy on the good things that life has to offer instead of the negative, I think it would be a better place.
Acceptance.
Yes.
I try to explain it a little bit like, the internet, you can't see it, but it's working.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
That's a good way of looking at it. It's there, a click of a button and we can see anything. So great.
And you don't have to believe in the internet. It's still there.
There.
Nobody says, oh, the internet's not real. Well, probably not, but yeah, whatever. I love that. how about giving us a deep dive into the Black Pearl? And I know you have a slideshow, but you're going to be explaining the slides. So anybody who's listening on the podcast later, JoAnne's going to explain the slides. So,
Yeah.
but if you want to, if you can go back to this and look out on YouTube later and look at the slides if you're one of those people that need to read it too.
I'm a very visual person. So, when Teresa had asked me to come onto the show, I said, oh, I definitely need to do a slide presentation so that people can read it and hear it. Like I said, you can talk to me all you want, but sometimes it's gone.
Yes, me too.
So I need to see it and read it as I go along. So I did create a short presentation just to give you something to follow along with. I don't know if I'll necessarily read it word for word because everybody can read. But since for the people that, are just listening to this, I will touch upon, the points. And then if anybody wants to jump back on later on and go through the presentation.
We don't mind you reading your slides because it's the first time we've seen it, and
right.
and you can explain it as you go along. So that's okay with us. We're good.
All right. Great.
And we will through the magic of technology and energy try and put this on right now.
All right. Hopefully this runs smoothly like it did when we were practicing. So I'm just going to go over into my Canva and click on that, and I will start the presentation.
Okay.
All right.
I think it's really great that if you read it, because some people listen and don't watch.
Yeah.
So if you feel called to it, of course.
Yes. All right. So here we go.
And I'll put these on. Okay. There.
Woohoo, look at that.
All right.
There we go.
Full screen so you guys can see it better. Can you see this?
Yes.
Perfect.
Good job.
All right. So I am your partner in holistic and spiritual wellness. I'm grounded, mystical, and transformational. I'm JoAnne B. Lussier, the creator and owner of the Willow Connection, and I established my business in 2014. I am a holistic empowerment practitioner focusing on energy, healing, and sacred alignment card readings to balance the mind, body, and spirit connection. And today's focus is the ancient Black Pearl technique. It is a gentle, sacred healing modality for calming the nervous system and releasing stored trauma. The ancient Black Pearl technique is a deeply restorative, hands-on energy practice rooted in traditional Eastern Chinese medicine and works directly with the nervous system, meridians, neurovascular points, and emotional memory center of the brain, the amygdala. The sympathetic nervous system controls our fight, flight, or freeze response. There's also one called fawn, but these are the three main ones that we talk about. Meridians are pathways in the body through which our energy flows. Neurovascular points are locations on the head that, when stimulated, regulate blood flow to alleviate stress and trauma. The amygdala plays a crucial role in processing emotions, especially our fear and our anxiety. So how does the ancient Black Pearl work? Life is stressful and we all handle it differently. Many of us carry stress or trauma in our bodies, sometimes without even realizing it, and it affects our body's ability to maintain homeostasis or balance. The ancient Black Pearl technique offers a way to calm that inner storm. It uses gentle touch, acupressure, and rhythmic motions to help the body release these deeply held patterns of fear, anxiety, and tension. So signs that your body is struggling. There is a whole host of them, and this isn't an exhaustive list, but these are some of the common ones that you might be experiencing if you find yourself being triggered by things, and then you look back and you'll be like, that really wasn't such a big deal. I don't know why I responded that way. It just seemed to be over the top. It could be because that you have this stored energy in you and your body is just reacting, because our brain does not understand a real threat versus a past threat. If we are faced with something and it feels like something we experienced before, it's going to respond the way it did originally when we faced that fear or that crisis. So if you have inability sleeping, or you feel constantly exhausted or have fatigue all the time, this could be a sign. If you have anxiety, you worry, you're constantly overthinking things, and obviously those things right there are going to affect your ability to sleep, because if your mind has like 12 million open tabs all the time, you're not going to be able to rest. If you have unexplained tightness or pressure in your chest, neck, or shoulders, that's another sign. Digestive issues, chronic headaches, unexplained laryngitis. That one seems a little bit weird, but that's going back to your throat chakra. If you have OCD-like tendencies, you're fearful of making mistakes, you're very self-critical. If you are told that you're an overly sensitive person, or you are a people pleaser, and you are always afraid to express your true feelings because you don't want to upset someone. You're kind of the person that's always making everybody else feel comfortable when you're not. You have an overreaction to non-threatening situations, as I spoke of earlier. You have unexplained or irrational fears, difficulty trusting, or trusting too quickly. You might have bad dreams, or you envision the worst case scenarios playing out. You are always trying to anticipate someone's next move to avoid conflict. And the last one is you may have some difficulty with intimacy based on something that you have experienced in the past. And sometimes it's unfortunately, but our brain has a way of protecting ourselves. So sometimes things that we experience, our body and brain blocks so that we can move forward with our life, but it stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. It's kind of deep down in all the layers. It stays there. So these are just some indications that your nervous system is stuck in survival mode.
Wow.
So what is a session like? Sessions can be done in person or virtually, so I can help clients all over the world. While different, both offer effective results. Sessions last 60 to 90 minutes based on your energetic needs. The main objective for the client is to be open to healing and simply relax during the session. Nothing else is required. The treatment targets over 30 points with energetic movements. The healing process continues to work about 2 weeks after the session as energy is shifted and settles into a new vibration. This healing may feel subtle or strong and varies from session to session. Clients report feeling very relaxed after the session, and sessions usually would be about a month apart to give your body to settle into a new vibrational condition. The difference between in-person and virtual, if you're in person with me, you're fully closed, you're on a treatment table. It's all hands-on. You begin on your stomach and you end up on your back. I include aromatherapy, soothing music, and everyone gets a 1-card pull for their session, which acts as a bit of guidance as you move forward into your healing after our session is done. If we meet virtually, you get to receive all of this wonderful comfort in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just take the day and be totally selfish and do some self-care.
Mm-hmm.
No driving is necessary, so that's a great one, especially if you feel very relaxed or tired after the session. You don't have to worry about, getting in the car and being a functional adult. The way that I work on my client is I actually have a surrogate doll, and I go through every single motion that I would in person, and I do it on the doll.
Okay, cool.
The client will determine all the extras. So if you want to have music, you can play your own music. You can, set the temperature to the room that you enjoy. You could have aromatherapy, whatever you would like. You get to determine what you have for your comfort level. And you also get a 1-card pull as you move forward for your healing after the session.
Wow.
So a lot of the questions I get is, what is so different about the ancient Black Pearl technique from Reiki? Everything's healing, everything's energy, everything's healing. So really, is there a difference? And there is a slight difference. Reiki is a gentle hands-on energy healing technique that channels universal life force energy to support emotional, physical, and spiritual balance. The ancient black pearl technique is a hands-on modality that goes deeper into the nervous system, specifically targeting the amygdala and the triple warmer meridian storage trauma in the body. The triple warmer meridian is associated with the endocrine system, and it impacts our immune system. And that is what controls our fight, flight, or freeze response.
Where is the triple warmer meridian? Just out of curiosity.
When I'm working with it, I am dealing primarily with the head. There are certain moves and positions that I hold my hands in, and I'm working primarily with your upper body.
Okay.
So if you think of Reiki as a wave of calm, the black pearl is a deep ocean dive into your healing potential.
Wow.
And then I talked a little bit about my card pulls, but I also do sacred alignment readings. And so this is a larger version of the card that I would pull. Whenever I do a session, whether it's virtual or in person, I always do a meditation. I use my pendulum to determine which deck I will pull for that card pull. And I use my pendulum as well to determine the decks that I offer for my sacred alignment readings. And a little bit to explain about what my sacred alignment reading is in comparison to a typical reading that you might get somewhere else. I read my cards intuitively, and I connect energetically with you and your cards beyond the confines of implied or traditional meanings, resulting in a personalized, one-of-a-kind reading. The reading is designed to illuminate your path, not to define it. I use up to 5 decks in the full reading. As I mentioned before, I meditate, I use my pendulum, and I go through all of my decks, and I determine which 5 decks are specifically for my client. I pull them out, and then the client will decide they may only want to use 3 decks. They might want to use 4. They can use up to 5 in a full reading. Traditional spreads are not used to avoid confusion. I basically will have, if we're in person, I will have the client pull 3 cards from each deck and put them down. If it's virtual, I will choose for them. During a sacred alignment reading, the patterns and themes create visual clarity for interpretation. My approach highlights your energy and subconscious, and the querent or the client participation is encouraged for optimal results by looking at the big picture together for understanding. In all the readings that I've ever had, typically you go to someone who reads cards, and sometimes they let you choose your cards. Sometimes they choose for you, but they will be speaking to you. When I lay out all of the cards, there's usually one card that pops out, and that becomes the anchor card for the reading. And then I will see the patterns and the themes that sort of overlap with the different decks. You will always find cards that have similar meanings that will pop out. And then intuitively, I will look at that as like a big map, and I will bring that information to you. But I also encourage the person that I'm doing the reading for to interject, because their interpretation and their history is going to look differently when they see these cards as opposed to what I'm seeing. So together, we look at this from different angles to create a very powerful reading that helps them to just give them clarity as they move forward, whether it's a general reading or they're looking for something more specific. Having a back and forth dialogue is really integral to the success of your reading. So that's the end of my presentation. My website is thewillowconnection.com. You can, once you get into my website, you can check out my virtual spaces. I have office space. I have different rooms. You can meet me in there as well. I have a Facebook page, The Willow Connection. And then I also have a private group where people who join that group get lots of extra special offerings that I don't offer through my regular Facebook page. So that is the end of my presentation, and I'm going to click out of here and come back to you guys.
That's great.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
love
Love
you.
that was really awesome. So you said you pulled a card for Sacred Alignment today. Did you have one?
I did. The card that I pulled today, it's actually called it's a new deck that I got. It's called the Fortune Teller deck.
Oh, beautiful.
And the card I chose is,
Oh, wow.
it says, I love this deck. I just love all the colors. And what it says is, a secret wish will soon be granted. Keep your heart open.
Oh,
Oh, neat.
Kind of witchy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I like that.
I didn't even realize I actually had bought this crystal wisdom deck.
Okay.
And I was going through, when I look at decks, if I can't touch them, I have to see the artwork.
Yeah.
And I try to get visuals online. I'll go on and I'll try to see if I can get a video of all of the cards or pictures. And I was like, I was just drawn to the crystal one. And then for some reason I was going through looking and I saw this other deck and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this deck. I'm drawn to it. I didn't even realize until I got it home that it was the same author.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
cool.
neat. Oh,
That's
that's
so
so cool.
Yeah.
What was the name of the author?
It's they don't tell, it says, I can't read it, but it's dark in here.
Okay. We can look at that.
Hanyu Bonin.
Hanyu Bonin. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can you see that?
Not so well, but then my eyes are terrible.
I can type it in the chat.
Okay. Well, it has to go in the other chat, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. So we have all your information in the attachment to the video or the podcast, so people can get in touch with you. The Willow Connection, via the Willow Connection, and you have your offerings and you have blogs in there. You have lots of information.
I have a lot of blogs.
It's a very, well, you're a very detailed person, and we kind of like that, or at least I like that. So I don't know if Teresa gave you the 3 questions, but we're going to give you the 3 questions right now.
Okay.
And do you remember any of the questions?
Me?
Yeah.
I have. May I ask one question before?
Oh, for sure.
So being very detail oriented, might you be a Virgo?
Me, I'm a Pisces.
You're Pisces, okay. Yes, I think I remember some of the questions. So one of the questions is, what is your favorite crystal that you like to work with?
The crystal that I have been working with actually is smoky quartz recently.
Oh.
And I have this card, which is smoky quartz, which comes from that deck. And I have my crystal right here. And the reason I've been working with smoky quartz lately is I have been on a mission to declutter my home.
Oh, neat.
Very good.
And I have been hyper focused for probably over a month now. My whole summer has been going through my apartment. I actually moved from a big house into an apartment, and everything basically just got put wherever it could go. And I have been determined to declutter and to get rid of the things that I've been hanging on to that no longer serve me, that I don't need anymore. And the smoky quartz was one of the crystals that said that would help release my attachments, because I don't like getting rid of things.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's always, it's good for something. It could be good for someone, but I've been working with this crystal, and I've been able to get rid of a lot of things that I've literally had for 40 years. And I've passed them on. I've donated a lot of things. I've made piles for my children and my family members. You guys can all have this. It'll serve you more than it will sitting in a tote in my porch. So that's the crystal that I've been working on to help me release my attachment to the things that I just keep hanging on to. And hopefully this will open space for, bigger and better to come into my life.
Woo-hoo. Yes.
I guess I got to get my smoky quartz out.
Me too.
Yeah.
I kind of have piles. Like I need to just get it out. So
it's hard. It was like, it's like painting to me. Like I used to always paint different rooms in my house. And sometimes I was like, oh, I don't really want to do it. And I'd literally take the paintbrush and I'd put it on the wall. And I'm like, you're committed, JoAnne. Now you got to finish it. So that's kind of how I've been. It's like every day, it's like, if I can just, throw away a bag, if I can donate a bag, every day I'm getting something done. And it feels really good because for the first time yesterday, I walked into my porch and said, oh my gosh, I have a room. I know where everything is. It's all labeled. Everything that's in here now is stuff that I still want to keep.
Yay.
That's a big accomplishment. And the new moon energy must have really hyped you up for that, because that's a good time to start the projects. So,
oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
awesome. So next question, Anne, do you have for, unless this is Teresa's question. Teresa, you give JoAnne this
Okay.
question.
So there you are. You're walking across this stage and there's an ocean of people out there. And you might feel a little, oh, can I do it? I don't know. And then you hear your favorite song as you're walking across that stage and you're like, oh yeah, I got this. What song are you hearing?
Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat
Woo,
Benatar.
woo. Yeah. I love that
Very
one.
Good one.
I love that whole album. It's a good album, actually.
So
I love
sweet.
it.
Yeah.
And-
you can hit me, but you can knock me down, but I'm going to get back up again.
Yep, that's right.
Sweet.
I
That's a
love
great song. Yeah, I can hear it now in my ear, and thanks. I'll have that for an earworm for the week. Have you ever seen a UFO? Connecticut's a big place for UFOs.
I cannot say I've ever seen a UFO. No.
What are your feelings on them? And extra dimensional,
Oh,
or have you had an extra dimensional encounter? So that's another kind of one.
I think that there's a possibility of everything and anything. I'm not one of these, oh, well, that could never happen or that can't be. I'm like, who knows? Maybe. I am not a medium, but I find that when I do energy healing, a lot of times I will connect with deceased loved ones from my clients. And even during some of my card readings, I've had people come through. Wow. So when I open up that channel for energy, I usually will able to connect with different spirits. And I have my house way back when I was married. I don't know if at some point we were on an ancient burial ground or something, but there were definite spirits in that house. I would see shadows. Things would be moved around. So I definitely believe that spirits are out there and they are among us.
Yeah, we just can't see them.
Right.
Like most of us can't see them. Some of us can. Most
some people can. I can't. I'll just get more of like that silhouette.
Or the thing beside your eye.
Yeah, like out of the corner of my eye, I'm like,
oh yeah,
there, but it's more like a shadow or a silhouette.
Right. Wow.
Well, that's interesting. Well, you got to keep your eyes open on the skies, because look up. There's lots in Connecticut by the ocean. And are you by the ocean, or are you in deeper in Connecticut?
About an hour away from the ocean.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So far. Yeah. Cool. Anne's still waiting for her ship to come down. And,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Me too. I'm waiting for it to land. Anyways.
I'm just experiencing the energy of them.
Yeah.
Not seeing them.
They flash me. They flash me.
Awesome.
Anyways. So I did do one for the collective as well today.
Right
and
on.
It's from Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers Oracle deck. So it's an angel card. So let me I'll just make this a little bigger. I'm going to put this on so you can see it. Sorry, I have to do this with both my hands. So this is the angel balance. And it says, the angels know how much you are doing and how busy you are. and you like to do as much as you can, but they are here to guide you to balance out your life because they know how tired and drained you are feeling, trying to complete all the tasks you have set for yourself. It's important to know that you can balance what balance is and how much you can do without overexerting yourself in any way. So, on that new moon energy where we want to do everything all at once at the same time, remember, like, it's keeping it balanced. The balance is important for actually getting things really done and keeping out. So that's the card for today. Teresa, any final thoughts? You've been taking notes?
Well, no, I thought I would. I thought I would. And then I was just, she has them right up there in the bullet presentation like that. I was able to fully comprehend it without taking notes. See, I realized
very good.
when I'm just listening,
yeah.
I got to do the notes, but seeing it, yeah. So I thought that was really cool. So my brain understands that. And I think it's so exciting. And especially that because my only question was, does it work with anxiety? And I saw that, yes, it totally does. That has got to be worth millions right there. The peace of mind you get when you're free from anxiety. So I'm so excited about all this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming and sharing all this with us.
Oh,
And-
thank you so much for having me.
And you said you have a virtual office. Is that through sort of the Breakthrough Network? Or
Connected with
the Go Brunch Crowd?
with Grimm, yeah, through the Veda Virtual. So so I have an office. I have a Reiki room. I have lots of different rooms. So if we're 1,000 miles apart or different parts of the country or the world, we can still jump on and we could talk like this and be in one of my rooms.
That's so
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Gorgeous.
Well, thank you. And remember, we're on the Breakthrough Network. And this week we have Project Joy with Jessica Duega. And I'll show us your nuts. And who else? Oh, come on. Teresa, help me with that.
Oh, well, Wednesday's my class, the 5th and 6th installation of my class, 6 out of 7. So that'll be fun Wednesday.
Describe your class for us. And that when it's done, you can get it virtually.
Yeah, you can get it when we're done. I've been doing, it's a 7-week course that we've been doing. It's all under the self-love and self-discovery, which is the most, really cool journey. But this time I'm going around, I'm taking the neurographic artwork and using it to work with early childhood trauma triggers that we are still suffering with today. Like, why do I still do this today? And then we look back and there's the different developmental ages that things happened at. And I compare that to, okay, here's this age when this development happens, but also our chakras, this chakra and that chakra was opening. And so I go through and I show all the chakras, and then I guess all my artwork's put away. But then we make a beautiful neurographic artwork to rewrite the chemistry and things in our brain so that we could switch from the trigger to a new affirmation that we want. And then while they're doing that, I send Reiki to them and read cards and otherwise just have a lot of fun.
So a lot like the way people learn is all different, and how they learn, by touch or by feel or by listening. We heal different ways too, I take it. So your technique.
And like with what Teresa's doing right now, it's almost piggybacking with the ancient black pearl. It's another technique to help rewire. So you just have to find out, there's lots of different ways to go about this type of healing. You just have to find one that resonates with you.
Yes.
And, if someone is more artistic and they need to do something more physical, then this would be great for them to help rewire all of that brain chemistry.
Yeah.
And as we find more ways to heal, I think that's the other thing.
Anne's artistic too. I remember Anne.
Yeah, but I have some. But yeah.
Do you draw or do you paint? What do you do?
I paint.
Yeah. Painting's very.
I have one right here.
Already.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's some intuitive script.
Oh, I like that.
Light language on it. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yes. See,
Yeah.
I love it.
I have plenty of those.
Lovely. Lovely. Thank you all for being with us this week. And next week, Anne's coming back, and Teresa Klin, a new guest host, is coming back, and we're doing our meditations and messages for September. It'll be the last day of August. Can't believe that already, August 31st. Oh my gosh, where did the summer go? And it'll be for Virgos, right? Virgos coming up. So
Virgo season.
very particular Virgos coming up. So please join us for that next week.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much. I'll stay with me by the end of the show because you'll all disappear. But thank you so much again, JoAnne Lussier, as I would say up here in Eastern Ontario, where we have a lot of French people.
That pronunciation makes me feel special.
Okay, well, you can adopt Lussier now, so that's great. Thank you so much. And thanks, Anne.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you.
As always.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.